Let's start with something interesting and that can cook while we do other preparations. Braised short ribs. While there's a lot of ingredients, there's not a ton of prep work to be done to each of them. Start by seasoning the ribs on all sides with salt and pepper. Sear them in oil in a braising pan or Dutch oven over high heat. Once you're brown on all sides, add the beer and tomatoes to deglaze the pan and cook. Stir it for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, add everything else, cover and cook over low temperature. I set the oven for 210 and transfer the pot there to keep the liquid just below the boiling point like you like it. 4.5 hours later, you'll have meat that slides off the bone and shreds with very little resistance. Caramelized onions make a good complement on a cold winter night, or try diced red onions, shredded cilantro, and squeeze a lime in the spring or summer. Mexican cream and cotija cheese crumbles balance this rich, succulent filling. Next, we've got something familiar but with a different take. Usually ground beef tacos are seasoned with a combination of spicy powders. This recipe from Mark Miller uses fresher ingredients. Start by sauteing onions and garlic over medium-high heat until they soften. Then add tomatoes, guajillo, and serrano chilies, along with cilantro and a little fresh toasted cumin, and oregano. Add water to thicken the mix and continue cooking until your sauce is thick enough to stick to a wooden spoon. Then crumble in the ground beef, mashing and stirring until it's well combined. Cook covered until the meat is cooked through. The consistency should be moist but not watery. Takes anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes. Then remove from the heat, stir in some fresh lime juice, and serve on crispy shells or warm flour tortillas with lettuce, cheese, and salsa. For vegetarian guests, I put together a combination of mushrooms and toasted pecans that packs plenty of flavor and offers a nice meaty texture, and never realized it was a vegetarian dish. Heat olive oil in a wok over medium-high heat, then saute the onions and peppers until they're soft. It takes about a minute. Add garlic and mix well, then set it aside. Melt the butter in a wok, and then saute the mushrooms until they've softened. Add a dash of soy sauce to deglaze the pan. Add the peppers, onions, and garlic and the remaining seasonings, and stir fry for another minute, adding dashes of wine and vinegar as you need them. Add pecans and a little broth. Stir fry until the filling is moist but not watery. Takes about a minute or two. I suggest putting a couple spoonfuls on a corn tortilla with a little shredded Swiss cheese, folding it and frying it in oil in a hot skillet until it's crisp. Add a little stir-fried steak for a mushroom Swiss steak taco. Finally, Mark Miller offers a bacon filling in his new book, Tacos. It's simple and ingenious. Have a plate lined with paper towels ready, and then in a large, heavy skillet, fry the bacon to the desired doneness. Keep in mind that it will continue to cook after it's removed from the heat. Drain and let cool, then dice. Fry the onions and the remaining drippings until they're golden brown. Drain the onions, then toss them in a bowl with the bacon, honey, and chili. These are great on their own, but try it with scrambled eggs on a warm flour tortilla and your regular breakfast routine will never be the same.